I'm here in the Arroyo Seco with former Mayor of South Pasadena, Michael Cacciotti, and current City Council member. And as we know, the City of South Pasadena just celebrated its 125th anniversary, and they're very progressive in their ideas of looking at to preserve open space and to grow open space. And they have a project that they're pursuing, and our office is supporting, and that's to create a bike path in the Arroyo Seco that will link South Pasadena to Pasadena on the north and to Los Angeles on the south. It's a great idea, environmentally correct, and Michael described the project to us.
Thanks, Assembly Member. You know, it was about 15 or so years ago the community really rallied to support preserving an area of the nature park just south of the golf course. What we found out then was, even though we preserved that area, it was difficult to get access down here to the Arroyo. Just historically, back in 1955 when this golf course was built, there was actually an arterial road that went along the Arroyo all the way from LA through south past to Pasadena. And unfortunately, when the golf course was built, the operator built the golf course over that access road. And since 1955, there's really been very little access here. As a result, we were thinking, how can we get better access? And I, as a member of the Conservancy, Santa Monica Mountain Conservancy Advisory Board, brought staff down here, and several years ago we did actually a design and engineering study for a bicycle pedestrian Arroyo Seco bicycle pedestrian trail along the banks of the Arroyo, and as you mentioned, for the first time really in over half a century, connecting the community of Pasadena, South Pasadena, and Los Angeles.
It's a great idea, and certainly we know how the project was initiated. What's the cost of the project? Describe how it moves forward and how it even ties into the equestrian.
After assessing the design and engineering, we've looked at the project from the beginning up by the tennis courts, all the way through the driving range, golf course, up to the terminus with City of Los Angeles, right before you get to the York Boulevard Bridge and the Arroyo Seco stables there. It's about $1.2 million. And that's a bicycle pedestrian trail, different widths at different parts. But when you get the big portion is really, if you get the trail up here to the golf course driving range behind us, you've got to move the driving range, which is 200 yards, over about 20 feet. So demolish it, rebuild it, and put up a new fence, and that's the big portion of the cost.
Do you envision the project being more recreational or a practical way for people to move around outside of cars?
It's a really great, this is one of the most incredible recreational resources in all of LA County, not just the San Gabriel Valley. The whole historic Arroyo Seco, which is a tributary to the Los Angeles River. But not only the recreational resource, which has been denied to people for a half century because there's really no access there. Even residents in South Pass don't even use the facility. It's so underutilized. But as you said, it also could be a great commuter transportation corridor.
We're there with you, Michael. We're going to support your city council and make this project happen.
Chris, you're great. Thanks so much for your help.
My pleasure.